see. Refresh. There it is. So today we are going to be talking, you guys, about how have you changed in the last year. I love to talk about growth. I love to, one of my very favorite things, first of all, if you are watching this on YouTube, do make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you are the first to find out whenever new videos come on. Also, if you are not watching on YouTube right now, jump over to YouTube, search my first and last name, click on subscribe, and then also the bell so you get notified whenever new stuff comes on, okay? Get rid of that. Okay, so one of my favorite things, you guys, and I love how we just chat over coffee here, but one of my favorite things is to look back on the journey and to see why things happen the way they did. So like the other day, whenever I talked about the lottery ticket story, right? I can look back on that now and say, there's a very good reason I didn't win the lottery. At the time, I didn't see it and I was a little bit frustrated, but now I can look back on it and say, yeah, you learned a lot through that. And now you're able to teach people a lot that you wouldn't have been able to teach them otherwise. Like that just wouldn't have been necessary for you. And then I wouldn't have been able to teach all of you guys this stuff, right? But that's what I love about looking back on the journey. So my question, I want you guys to think to yourself, how much have you grown in the last year? Think to this time last year. So I literally, this is also a bit of reflection for me because I also just turned 40 yesterday. 40. So I kind of love it already. I'm a day in and I love it. And it's all good. My birthday present from Mike was that he's going to start cooking my meals forever and ever, amen. And I like to eat paleo, like whole foods, through a keto filter. So I just keep my carbs really low. And I love to do that, but I don't at all like to cook. So much so that I'll like the picture of a recipe on a website or in a book, and I'll be like, that looks really good. I'm going to make that. And then I go through the recipe, and even as I'm reading through the recipe, I'm like, I'm not going to make this. I'm totally not going to do this, right? But Mike is having a lot of fun with it. Yesterday, he made an egg roll in a bowl that was magnificent. And so what he's going to do is he's going to start cooking the food that I want to be eating, but wasn't eating because I was too busy and just didn't want to cook. So instead I would eat a protein bar or something like that, which just does not nourish your body quite the same as whole foods that have not been processed, right? It's just not the same thing at all. So anyway, sidetrack a little bit, but yeah, I want to hear from you guys what has been, let's just focus in on one thing. What's the biggest piece of growth that you've experienced in the last year? For me, mine is staying in my own lane and owning it. I spent most of my life trying to be everything for everyone. And I think that us as women tend to do that anyway. Like it's kind of just, it's a default setting of, oh, you need that? Okay, I can fill in that gap. Oh, you need that? I can fill in that gap. That's not how I can really serve though. So now I'm in my lane. I'm in my multiple income streams lane. I'm in my financial freedom lane. I'm in my, here's how I was able to build to 7 figures a month, right? Here's how I'm able to do this, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it as well. That is my lane. Now, I'm not going to say, I also know how to cook, right? Or I'm also a fantastic housekeeper. I'm not. We hire those, right? Like that's what I'm not fantastic at keeping my house clean. If you could see beyond the camera right now, you would see a flippin' hot mess. Let's keep it real, right? You would see a mess, and I'm not ashamed at all. I've got things that I'm really good at, and then there are things that I just don't care that much about. And cleaning my house, honestly, is something I don't really care that much about. I care that it's clean, so that's why we hire somebody to do it, but I don't care to do it. Same with cooking, right? I don't care to cook, but now Mike's going to do that, and that's amazing, right? So whenever you can really just hone into your lane and own it and do the best you can possibly do in that lane, whenever you do that, all of a sudden, you become so successful in that lane and serve so well in that lane that other things come to help you out in the other stuff. You don't have to do all of it. You don't have to have plates spinning everywhere and you keep track of all of these spinning plates. Okay, so that's going on and that's going on and that's going on and that. You don't have to do that, right? You can instead hire out or ask for help, right? Go ahead and write that one down. Let that marinate. Ask for help. Us as women, again, we've got like a double-edged sword, you guys. We've got a double-edged sword of wanting to serve everybody and wanting to help everybody. And in the same respect, we burn ourselves out, right? So why don't we instead serve in the way that our skill set and our spiritual gifts and our gifts, period, allow us to serve, like to show up in this way? Why don't we do what just lights us up and then allow other people to help with other things? That's how you get massively successful. The minute you let go of having to have your fingers in all the things, is the minute you will start to just get really, really successful, you guys. You've got to get out of the way. It cannot be the Martha show, right? It cannot be your show. It can't just be you. You personally have a glass ceiling as to how successful you can be on your own, okay? You need help. You need help. We talk about it in the signature program too, Home-Based Revolution, which is the name of the signature program. We talk about it in there as well. One of the last modules, one of the last weeks, is where I'm going to teach you how to hire a team. How to hire a team that isn't going to step on your toes. How to hire a team that isn't going to try to take your stuff and run away with it. Trust me, I've been there. I'm going to go into all of that stuff, you guys, so you can figure out how to do it on a budget. It doesn't need to cost a lot of money. And a lot of your team, we'll go into it. We'll go into it in the signature program. Heads up, super quick. If you have not had a conversation with me yet about the signature program, shoot me a message at Livin' the Dream with Martha. It's my Facebook business page. Message me the words case study, okay? Then I'm going to know what the conversation is about. We can go ahead and take off. Basically, you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen you. I'm going to have a few questions for you to see if I'm able to actually get you the results that my guarantee promises, okay? So my guarantee is that you're going to hit $10,000 a month within the first 6 months, or I'm going to keep working with you until you do. Second guarantee, you guys, is that if you break my record of $100,000 a month within 6 months, then I'm going to fully refund you for the program completely, okay? So that is what I want you to get. That's what I really want for you. But go ahead and shoot me a message at Livin' the Dream with Martha, the words case study. We can have a conversation and see if I can get you the results. At the end of the day, you guys, I'm not going to let you buy something I don't think you're going to be successful in, period. Okay? So don't worry about can I do this? Can I not do it? If I invite you into the program, I know you can do it. All right, so there's that. Okay, what questions do you guys have? Also, let me know your growth in the last year. I want to hear more about your growth in the last year. Let's see. Good morning. Happy belated. Thanks, you guys. Sarah, isn't looking back counterproductive? So I'm looking back in growth. So no. If you're looking back at like, oh, well, this is where I was, I really want to be there again, then yeah, that's absolutely counterproductive. But if you're looking back to compare to now and see where your growth was, that is not counterproductive at all, because it's looking at growth. So it's the opposite of counterproductive. It is productive. Let's see. Oh, happy birthday. Did you get those tulips for your birthday? I did. Wait, where are the tulips? Oh, those are actually sunflowers. They're a bit out of focus, but those are sunflowers. Are there tulips over here? There's roses over here and other things. But yes, I got these for my birthday. So pretty, aren't they? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Everyone needs a mic. Amen to that. I don't like to cook either. I choose to use my energy for other things, which result in me living off protein shakes. Right. That's exactly where I was at. Yum. Egg roll in a bowl. Yes. It was extraordinary. Extraordinary. Let's see. Jennifer, yesterday was a frustrating day, but the lessons that were exposed were aha moments because I'm more in tune with myself than I used to be and pushed to see the gratitude. Awesome. I love that. Terry, finding my lane. Yes. Nicole, self-development. It's helped me grow. I'm still struggling a little bit with what you're talking about. It's an ongoing process, you guys. Like it's not, I've been doing this for over 10 years now. Okay. So don't start being conscious of it one day and then the next day beat yourself up because you're not in the greatest headspace. You have to develop a muscle memory, you guys. You have to like actually, I don't remember where I said this recently, but whenever I first started actually doing this stuff, I was thinking like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to actually keep being able to do this because it felt like such work. It felt like in order to stay in a good headspace and a good mindset and all of that stuff, it felt like work. It felt like I was pushing a boulder up the hill. But what happens, you guys, is after a while, it becomes a behavior, right? So you're developing behaviors right now. So after it becomes a behavior, it becomes much, much easier. But it doesn't become a behavior unless you have systematically actually checked in on your mindset every single day, multiple times a day. I have some people in my program that actually set timers on their phone for, I think, every hour, every couple of hours, just to check in. You guys, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea just to keep you in a good place, because once you go off the rails, if you're not mitigating that, then oh, there's Herman, there's my dog. If you're not mitigating that, then it can completely take over your day / week / month if you let it, right? But if you continue checking in with it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Herman, it's okay, buddy. It's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Deborah, good morning. I love that Mike is being your chef. Isn't it the best? The best, the best. Terry, happy birthday. Thank you. Let's see here. Sarah, I just heard all of the husbands in the everywhere groan in unison because now that Mike's starting to give in perpetuity gifts, that bar is now really high. If anybody's going to set a really high bar, it's going to be Mike. Okay. He's absolutely setting a high bar. Let's see. Deborah, coming to the realization I'd been looking outside for validation of my worth. Boom. Boom. That is probably 99% of the population of the entire planet looks outside themselves for validation. That is called codependency, you guys, and we learn it from when we're very, very small because we try to make our parents happy. That is our first codependent relationship that we have. They tell us whether we are good or bad. Okay, they tell us whether we should feel good or bad about a situation. And I'm not saying that like our parents are terrible people. It's just, it's the first, it can't help but be, right? The first inkling of a codependent relationship. But the thing is whenever we grow into adults, we really need to move into a space of not needing to make somebody else happy or not needing for somebody else to validate our own worth. Because at that point, you're counting on, very likely, you're counting on people that don't even understand what you're doing to let you know whether you're doing a good job or not. And how much sense does that make? Not any, right? So that's, yeah, I love that you came to that realization. My biggest area of growth has been speaking my truth unapologetically. Oof, I'm putting that on the screen. Get it. I love that. Tammy, I'm with you on cleaning house. Yeah, I am not. We hire house cleaners. I do not do that. I'm so glad that they do, though. Britt, working through my postpartum depression, getting out of that darker mindset and working on myself. Personal growth and self-development have shot through the roof since I started working with you. Oh, yes. I love it. That is music to my ears. Elle, I've learned that I don't have to do everything alone. I can accept help. Man, isn't that the best? Sarah, and God bless them, there are actually people that enjoy cleaning. Then for the love of everything, allow people to get paid doing what they like to do. Yes. Like, who's that organizing lady? Marie Kondo. I mean, I'd pay her to come organize my house. You like organizing? Awesome. I don't at all, you know? You do that, and I'll pay you to do that, and I'll do something else I want to do. That's if we can all just stay in our lane of genius and our lane of brilliance more often, man, we would have better relationships with each other. We would feel better throughout the day. All of that. You can develop and build a world around that. We're doing that in the signature program as well. By the way, let's see. Let me check my time. 17:14. Oh my gosh, gotta hurry up. Crystal, yes, I ask for and allow help with ease and grace. I love it. Oh, Herman, for the love, puppy man. He's fine. Elle, I've learned to let go of the idea of perfectionism. Oh my gosh, I like that too. Let's see. Ask for help and get out of the way. Yes, Deborah. All right. Michelle, signature program, life changer. Yes, you guys, you keep hearing us say this, and it's going to sound a lot like static because everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is completely changing my world. And eventually you're going to be like, yeah, everybody says that. Well, I challenge you to think about why everybody's saying that. Okay? They're saying it because it's true, you guys. There has never been anything like this before on the planet. Ever. Ever. Also, i.e., working on a book. So there's that. There's that. Okay, I'm going to do one more, you guys. Michelle, love the signature program. Ready to break your record. Yes! Boom. Oh, heck, I'm going to do this one too. Tiffany, 1 week into the signature program, already seeing major growth. You guys, boom. That's it. That's it. Okay, again, if you are ready to start changing your world, if you're ready to actually do that, shoot me a message on Living the Dream with Martha, my business page, my Facebook business page. Send me the words case study. You can send me whatever you want to send me. Then we'll go through like a back and forth, which will be weird. If you just send me case study, we can get right to the meat of our conversation because I'll know what it's about. So send the words case study. And we'll go through a few screening questions to make sure that I can get you results. If I can get you results, I'm going to invite you into the program. Whenever you join the program, buckle up. Stuff's about to get real. Things are about to change for you in a massive way. Just ask anybody that's doing it. Okay? All right, you guys, I will see you later. Have the best day. See you tomorrow.